What that? What they talking about? What they talking about?
Prophecy music on the beat.
People pop shit behind your back when they see you face to face. Always want to talk it out. Talk it out. Sitting there stuck and confused, trying to be cool, acting like they don't know what you talking about. Talk about. All my niggas on point, all my niggas gon' ride. We don't walk it out. Nah. But I must be doing something right that they don't like, cause I'm the only one they talk about. Calm and cool when I'm collected. Let BBE my team and I'ma rep this. I'm rapping.
What up, we back, episode 5. You know what I mean, Bottle Talk Podcast. I want to shout out everybody that been supporting us and rock with us. You know what I mean, make sure you follow us on Instagram, Bottle Talk _podcast. And make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page, Bottle Talk 302. You know what I mean, you already know the same crew, Lil K, Relay, Charles, Shahad them up, and Barbara. I mean, she got it looking good. You already. I mean, let's get into this ish. You feel me? Carter 5. Yeah, I made Carter 5. Lil Weezy, Lil Wayne. Yeah, I mean, first of all, about Wayne. I mean, I want to ask y'all favorite Carter album. Yeah, I mean, personally. Yeah, I mean, what's your favorite? I'm gonna start with Relay because I don't want to start with his bullshit right now. Yeah, I mean, but I'm gonna start with Relay. I mean, what's your favorite Carter album?
Favorite Carter album is definitely Carter 1, the first one.
Carter 1?
First one, hands down.
First one?
The production, the lyrics was better. It was more content to me. I feel like that album was the album that made us take him seriously as an MC.
Okay.
Like pretty much like an introduction. So I'll say Carter 1.
Okay. About you, Charles?
I don't really know. That's a good question. Come on, think. Favorite one. One of my favorite Wayne songs is Fireman. So whichever one that's on.
Well, that's my answer too, but go ahead, Jihad. We'll get to me though. Go ahead, Jihad. 1. Carter 1? Yeah. Why is the Carter 1 your favorite album? Because Gilly wrote it. I knew this shit was coming. We gonna have to say that for a whole other show though. Yeah, I mean, because that's a whole other conversation.
Is that your conversation?
Hey, look, man. Your boy Relay said it without saying. He said it without saying. That stamped Wayne. That made us take him seriously as an artist, as an MC. And you said Gilly wrote what? 9 out of the 13. 9 out of the 13 songs on Carter. Okay. Well, my favorite Carter album, you know what I mean, is Carter 2. You know what I mean, classic. You know what I mean?
Hustler's music on that?
Hustler music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Receipt. You feel me? Fireman. More Fire. The whole album's fire. You know what I mean? But let's get into this Carter 5 album. You know what I mean? How you feel about it, Jihad? Minus the Gilly. Leave Gilly out of this shit. I'm leaving Gilly out of it. That was a typo. Minus my Wayne hate that we'll get into in a whole nother episode. I thought it was a decent album. There's about, I think there's 23 songs in there. 23 songs. I would give maybe 6, 7 songs that was like, you'll keep them in rotation. Yeah, I'll keep them in rotation. I even put them in the shock rotation because they were solid songs. Despite, you know, how I feel about Wayne, it was good songs. Other than that, man, I mean, it was a decent album. If I was a Wayne fan, me personally, I would be mad that I waited 7 years for that. But that's just
Why though?
You're not a Wayne fan though, so you can't. But
I did
a Wayne fan
standpoint.
I really did listen to it objectively though. Like I really did.
Without the hate.
Yeah, I really did take myself out of hate. Look, man, I know people that I hate in real life. I'd be genuinely happy if they're doing good. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I'm happy that you're doing good, but stay over there and do good. Don't come with me. I like. How you feel, Charles?
I felt like it was solid for the most part. I like the samples on there. My favorite 2 was Uproar and Let It Fly.
Let It Fly?
I would say those were my favorite 2 off the whole album. But Yeah, I felt like it was solid. I don't even want to say a but I feel like it was solid for the most part. But I do see where Jahai coming from. I feel like it was kind of consistent with what he's been putting out. It wasn't nothing really new, for real. He did bring his old flow back, which was refreshing to hear, rather than him trying to do
the new school shit,
the new school stuff. So him bringing back his old flow that kind of put him on like the flow where he just like flipping like that. It was cool to hear him bring that back and rock out with that. But I mean, it wasn't anything that I felt was spectacular, honestly. Not considering what we've been getting this year from other artists.
Very true, very true.
Okay. How you feel?
It was a good album. I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. Standout tracks for me were definitely Can't Be Broken and Mona Lisa. The Dark Side of the Moon track was pretty fire too. But as far as like the whole body of work compared to other Wayne albums, it's, as far as the Carters are concerned, I'd probably put it at number 4 out of 5. It's probably like, because the Carter 4 is probably like out of all the Carters, like the least productive one or the least more,
Because people argue Carter 2 and 3, you feel me?
Yeah. I put Carter 5,
like, because people saying like this album was like everywhere, but all Wayne's album is like that. The only like album that he had like that was like concept probably was Carter 3. That was probably the most solid,
most
body,
commercial.
Yeah, most commercial, solid body of work. You feel me? I like the album. You feel me? I haven't heard no Wayne in a long time. Wayne plays a big part of my life. You know what I mean? We grew up on Wayne. You know what I mean? Can't Be Broken. Honestly, that's probably my favorite song on the album.
Yeah.
Can't Be Broken and the other song, my mom said God took time when he made me. I love that song. The Mona Lisa track.
That Mona Lisa's
fire.
Yeah,
that joint was crazy.
it's crazy because I didn't think people was gonna like Can't Be Broken like that because I really like that song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I see everybody talking about like Mona Lisa, but I really like the Can't Be Broken. Like he really got like personal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, on that joint.
I'm surprised you said Dark Side of the Moon. I thought that was one of the weaker songs.
I like that song. I like that song a lot. As a matter of fact.
It's all about preference.
Like the album,
I know, cool. Like I said,
sorry for cutting you off. It's like on the decline. Like all the good songs are like in the beginning, then as it went deeper into the album, this was like, yeah.
That's because it's so many though.
Yeah, it's too much songs.
I mean,
too many. It's too many.
I just was getting 7 songs.
Long gone are the days that we need 23 tracks.
Yeah.
Long gone are the days where we even need 17. Like, give us a good 12, 13 tracks.
Yeah,
Good. You know what I mean?
First
That's
of all,
like a good Netflix series.
Getting
12, 13 episodes, I'm good.
Didn't the official music sources come out and say that you only need 7 songs to make an album?
Yeah.
That's all you need.
It's like 5
No.
6 minutes. It's not 6 minutes.
No, y'all let Kanye and good music and
No,
all
it's
that
true,
bullshit.
No.
Yeah,
It's at 46 minutes for you to be considered to get a record.
Some
That
songs
is
ain't
whack.
enough, man.
It's whack.
At least give me
whack.
10, At least give me 10 songs.
But if it's not 10 solid, I'll take 7 solid rather than 7 solid and 3.
And like sometimes 17,
Because sometimes the fillers be kicking though. You look at what people really don't like, but some people like.
I think the last, we get on topic here, but the last filler that I remember that was like kind of like the real dope was Drunken Hot Girls on a Kanye joint, right?
yeah.
That was the last filler,
But
I was like,
I appreciate a good interlude, a good skit, good outro. I appreciate those. So I feel like if you're gonna like put filler on your album,
It was a lot. Tory Lanez has hella skits on one of his
entertainment in there. Yeah, like don't just put trash songs in there just because you want to add something.
But I think it was so long because we waited so long for it. And it's kind of fucked up because I bet if this shit came out when it was supposed to come out, if the Carter 5 came out when it's supposed to come out, people would have received it a lot different,
Yeah, it was out 5 years ago, but you gotta think, now, with all my, Wayne Head aside, man, that dude, he's been through a lot, you know what I'm saying? He didn't change the whole lot and had different life experiences. The Wayne from 7 years ago is nothing like the Wayne.
That's why I like this album because it's kind of like a mature Wayne, kind of like he's still spitting his shit, talking his shit, but he's kind of like, I'm older, my nigga, like, I don't know what niggas want from him, like, what do y'all want from Wayne? He's 36, what's this, his 12th album? 10 or 12? I'm not sure the exact number. Maybe Google that, if you watch it.
But I will say is I do appreciate. Now I don't know if it's his writing or not. You know, contrary to popular belief. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. But I do. I've always appreciated his kind of nonchalant bar setup.
Yeah.
Like it felt like he didn't try too hard to set the bar.
Yeah.
Kind of just
Yeah.
it flows. I've
Yeah.
always appreciated his bar setup.
I
Like,
like
he'll
it,
say
like-
stuff and I listen. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, like how did you even think about
Like
that?
he
But
said-
it's like simple
when
stuff,
he
but it's
said-
like bar stuff.
Like
Yeah.
when he was in the basement, when he said, I could say don't rhyme and it's going rhyme. Like, shit crazy. I don't even remember. You remember Wayne was in the basement at? I remember. You remember when Gilly was in the basement? I remember a lot of people. I remember a lot of people in the basement. I remember Wayne in the basement as straight up Cash Money, Juvenile, BG. Yeah.
I remember Wayne in the basement, preparing for Carter One, and I remember thinking to myself, hold on, hold on, like that's way different than
Yeah.
wobbly, drop it like it's hot, like that.
It's just trash.
Don't sound like that.
Facts.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, where did that come from?
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's like a whole 360 switch.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna have to say that for a whole different show.
No, we ain't gonna get there. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, I remember the different stages of Wayne.
Yeah.
I remember flipping coke Wayne. I remember flipping skateboard Wayne
About
on the
to rock-
basement.
rock and roll
I
Wayne.
remember I remember. I mean,
I like my Star Wayne.
I thought that like Dipset and Aaron on that, yeah.
yeah. Go ahead. But I remember a lot of people.
Carter 5.
Point being, I remember.
I mean, we all agree. I mean, I like the album. I mean, it was a good album. It wasn't his best work, but we appreciate Wayne. I mean, well, I appreciate Wayne. I don't know about these niggas. I appreciate Team Lil Wayne. I do. I appreciate Gilly, Gunner, Corey Guns.
Corey Guns.
For all his writers.
Yeah, I appreciate all his writers. they made Lil Wayne over
That's real.
Drake, all that.
Well, salute to you, Wayne. You feel
Salute,
me?
salute.
Carter 5.
All you guys.
You know what I mean? Good album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, Bill Cosby just got sentenced, man.
Good.
3 to 10 years. How you feel about this, man?
Okay.
I'm gonna start with you, Barbara.
So I've been talking about this for, quite a while now. I'm a little conflicted, man. I really am. I think I told y'all this story a bunch of times, but I'll say it again. Back in 2009, we had an old guy come in the barbershop, and this guy was in the band, professional musician. He worked in the band with Quincy Jones and did, not Quincy Jones, sorry. He did the last two series of the Cosby Show, like the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
And he also did the Different World thing.
Okay.
But anyway, through that, he became friends with Bill Cosby. And this is 2009. He said, Bill is the loudest secret in Hollywood, that Bill Cosby is a casting couch guy. Y'all know what casting couch is?
Yeah, I know.
Casting couch is, for all y'all, if y'all don't know, is if you didn't get the role in this audition, there's a back room that you can audition in for the role.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah. Shout out to the couch.
so
That's a terrible couch.
and he said, and this is in 2009,
Yeah.
Bill Cosby, he preferred skinny white women with big boobs.
Okay.
We all was like, yo, you tripping. Don't you ever say that about my man. Like, why would you say that? You hating on another black man. Yada, yada, yada.
And then look.
Years
10
later.
years later, then.
What happens? All these women is coming out about Bill Cosby. And what do these women look like? Skinny white women with big boobs.
That's crazy. But the thing about, I mean, like,
Now,
I was thinking,
go ahead.
I was thinking and shit like, why do they wait so long to come out about shit? And then that was like a problem I had. I'm like, well, why they ain't saying nothing? They coming out like 20, 30 years later. But then I was sitting back and thinking, I'm like, maybe they thought nobody was going to believe them, or like people don't like putting their business out there.
Yeah.
Because even like we go back to like last episode, we was talking about like mental health. We like, look, I can't even talk to my best friend or a friend about certain shit. Why would I fucking let the world know that this motherfucker was slipping me drugs and then fucking having sex with me?
Now here's where part of the conflict is with me. I'm with you on that. My thing is this stuff is going back. He said this history is going back to the 60s.
Yeah.
If you remember, Bill Cosby was one of the major black TV stars in the 60s with I Spy, right?
Yeah.
If this
Like
stuff
with Sidney Poitier and all them,
and if this stuff had been going on in the 60s, he's a black man in the 60s. Had any one of these white women said something about him back then, that dude would have been crucified. Man. They would have killed him. But they didn't say that. So I don't know. But at the same time, we're not women either, and we never had anything like that.
That's what I'm saying. And we can't speak on other people's behalf too.
Yeah,
like,
and I
don't know how they feel about
and
that
my thing is, we was like, yo, like, why would he was like, listen, y'all don't imagine Heathcliff Huxtable doing that.
Right.
He said, y'all know Heathcliff Huxtable.
Right.
Bill Cosby's, and this is his words. This is his words, man. Said Heathcliff Huxtable is clean.
Yeah.
But Bill Cosby's a nasty motherfucker. That's what he said, man. That's what he said, man.
Yeah, that's
You know what I mean?
Man.
And go ahead, man.
I would just say I think there's a few things to consider for sure in the whole situation. One, like rape, molestation, all of that is still criminal acts. Like I think that's the first thing we have to acknowledge. And so anybody who creates that offense or who anybody who does that offense definitely deserves to serve their time. I don't care who it is. I don't care what accolades you have or what stature and hierarchy you have and social class. I don't care. Like whoever you are, if you're a rapist or a molester or anything of that sort, whether it's with adults or children, you deserve to serve your time. Point blank, period.
Yeah.
Regardless of him being America's dad, like he said, Heathcliff Huxtable was America's dad,
clean.
Black America's dad. Not Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby, people got to understand, like, because they tied Bill Cosby to that role, that was an act.
Yeah,
like
that's like one of his most
high profile
roles.
And so, like, that's where the black community is, like, hurt at, whatever case may be, but to minimize what somebody experienced in regards to that form of trauma, to, like, say, oh, he didn't deserve it. Yes, he did deserve it. And then also, too, to understand, too, because, I mean, the black community, people, oh, my man Bill, they did have to do him like that, and he probably should have got more time. And then, like, also to consider, too, like, back then, like he was saying, if they would have come out and said whatever the case may be, he would have been, he probably got a death sentence, but at that time, they were also being paid. So these women that he was doing whatever he was doing with, they were being paid to be quiet. And so, like, I mean, a lot of them came out and talked about the numbers that they were being paid to be quiet. So I agree that there shouldn't be a time limit on when you come out and speak about it, because there has to be your level of comfortability when it comes to that, because that's not easy stuff to talk about. It can be embarrassing, especially if you have like a family and the legacy that you have on the line. And then I don't think that reparations are necessarily monetary. A lot of times black people, we think of reparations in the form of slavery, like we should be getting land back and money back from slavery, but reparations is also has to do with different criminal acts as well, which includes when you speak about rape or molestation from a particular person, so they don't have a time frame on it. Once you speak up about their investigations, if it's true, that person's heard their time. So Bill Cosby is getting the time he deserved, and he probably should be getting more.
I agree. I mean, I believe it shouldn't be a statute of limitation on murder cases and stuff, but it shouldn't be a statute of limitation on rape or child molestation. Because I was like kind of pissed off. I'm like, yo, these girls, they should have been spoke up. You know what I mean? But then I had to sit back and reevaluate. I'm like, but then nobody gonna put their business out there like that.
Yeah. And you gotta think, man, like, we got daughters.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm close with my daughter.
Yeah.
And my daughter is every bit of a daddy's girl.
Yeah.
But you gotta think, man, these is young women. They could go tell their dad if they want, but a caring dad, what are you gonna do? Hey, Bill Cosby gotta go.
Yeah.
I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
Hey, my daughter tell me that Bill Cosby or whoever, did something to them, they gotta go.
Yeah.
All right, but now you done lost, your self-esteem, your self-respect.
Yeah.
Somebody took that from you.
Right.
Now your
Yeah.
pops get ready to do something, and you're gonna lose your dad.
Yeah.
So you gotta think about
So
that
you about
stuff
to,
too.
but yeah,
It's like, yo, like it's a lot of stuff, man. It
you
don't-
gotta think about.
Yeah, some people feel. You can speak on this.
Yeah.
It's crazy how some of the victims feel bad for the person if they yell on, if they snitch on them. They feel bad for the person who violated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It made no sense.
But I was like, were they willingly taking it, or was he slipping them that shit?
Well,
That's what
I
it
know in
boils
3
down
cases.
to.
I can't. There's been over 60 cases, right? But in 3 out of the 60 that I know of, they willingly took it. Like
They willingly
they
took it.
said they saw him put it in there, and they did it together. Now you gotta think, he slipped them Quaaludes, right? Quaaludes, 60s, 70s, 80s. That was like the party drug. You know what I mean? The party sex drug. Hey, 1982, Tony Montana sat in the tub and said, another Quaalude, she
Yeah.
love me in the morning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we just shrugged it off, not thinking, yo, that's effed up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know what I mean?
But see, that's the thing though. If they willingly took the shit, like.
It's like there's so much, but at the end of the day,
But that's only 3.
But that's like Hollywood. But that's that Hollywood
That's
shit.
360.
That's all right. Oh, so the other.
That
It's
was like
like.
57.
Oh, say he like slipped them that shit.
Right. And
Oh,
also
okay,
too, like
okay.
I had some experience. Like I interned in Pennsylvania for like 6 months at a like cause I'm in therapy or whatever. So I had to intern when I was in school, and I interned at this place in Pennsylvania where we did group therapy with court-mandated sex offenders. And so like they have this thing that they call grooming. So it's pretty much how they get their person that they're predators. Like it's pretty much what they do to get the people that they're gonna offend to be comfortable enough with them to catch them slipping. Pretty
Yeah.
much. That's exactly what Bill Cosby did. So like they probably do feel bad on telling him because they felt like he
Like
probably
he made them
feel like
feel
he cared.
good, yeah, like he
he
cared.
made them feel like he groomed them to make them think that he cared. Like for example, like how I was saying with the acting roles, right? So they probably went into a thing like, man, this nigga's about to really give me an opportunity. He's about to get me into the industry, and then boom, this is what happens. He caught them slipping because he made them feel like they was coming to audition for something, or that he was gonna really take care of them. And I think the other thing too is right. So I get that. I do feel like he should serve time. But with him being 81 years old, I do feel like they could have put a box on his leg and let the man stay in his house. I do feel like they could have put some stuff. I don't think he should have.
He might broke that in a minute.
He's
I think he should have like a hot dog or some shit.
I don't think they should put him in jail.
He's 81
He
and
in
blind. He really
yeah.
in maximum security
He in
prison.
Jim Pop.
I feel like they should
He
be
in
the
Jim-
general population.
Oh, I heard
I
maximum
think.
security.
Oh no, he's not in Jim Pop. I heard he's going to be in Jim Pop. I mean, sources say,
But my thing is, yo, my man is 81.
Put that box in his nigga and into his house.
Yeah.
Blind, man. What's he gonna do?
man.
He's
They
blind.
gonna need the brakes off of him.
I just want to say, like, after this whole
Yeah,
Bill
it's-
Cosby
And then from the
shit,
general population, he's gonna get beat up.
yeah,
You
like,
think so?
I believe it.
yeah.
I
Like
don't think
you
he
said
gonna touch
though,
Bill, man.
like you
I don't
said,
think he gonna
man,
touch Bill.
we got daughters, man. I feel me, like, we gotta start, raising our kids better too, man. On some real shit, like, that's
I don't even think it's about raising. I think it's about making them more comfortable to talk about situations like this.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Raising
definitely.
it, but that's like part of raising. That's what I'm
Absolutely.
saying. Like,
Absolutely.
like I say, you know what I mean,
that
like,
conversation.
raise your kids. Don't just take care of them.
For sure,
You know what I mean,
for sure.
like,
That's a good
you know what I
point.
mean, raise your kids. Don't take care of them because kids don't be comfortable to talk about certain
Absolutely.
shit. If you
Yeah.
think about when you was young and your parents told you shut the hell up, go upstairs, because I said so.
Exactly.
You know what I mean,
That's the only
won't
explanation.
you gotta talk to your kids,
For
man.
sure.
Like, if you tell me to shut the fuck up and go upstairs, like, then what?
Yo, I
I don't know no better.
I work with 20 kids, bro. 20 kids. And it's stuff that they'll tell me that they will not tell their parents.
That's the thing.
And I'm a whole
why,
stranger.
And why
I'm
are
a
you
stranger.
able to tell a stranger all your problems and you can't even go see your own mother and father?
They will not tell their
Yeah, I
parents.
mean, because they telling you, stay out of grown folks' business. Shut up and go upstairs.
Most of them feel like,
Because I said so, like, you really gotta, like, you should talk to you, especially nowadays. Even I mean, like I say, when they young, like 3, 4, 5 years old, all right, go upstairs, blah, blah, blah. But when you talking like 9, 10, 11, like when they get into like adolescence and all that, you gotta talk to your kids. You can't just tell them to shut the fuck up and go upstairs and say, because I said so. Like, that's gonna fuck them up. They're gonna be sitting in their room thinking about doing some shit to you.
that's the truth, though. That's the truth.
And I don't know if this go into the next segment. But that's just. I think we talked about this before, where I heard a long time ago, you spend your entire adulthood trying to understand your entire childhood.
Listen, you do.
And what did I say the other day when you said that in the barbershop? I said, do y'all think about your childhood every day?
And you do.
Yeah,
I think about my childhood every single day.
Every day, man.
I'm about to say, I think everybody does. I thought I was bugging at one point, but when you said you spend your whole adulthood trying to figure out your entire childhood, I say, shit, I think about my childhood every day.
That's the truth.
Because in all reality, most adults, dog, we just walking around here as hurt children.
Exactly.
We just
Because we
big
still
hurt
dwelling on the
children.
past.
Absolutely.
And in a lot of times, man, our parents, right? Think about this, right? We all, all our parents, I'm pretty sure, at different ages, had different experiences. But my mom was married at 19, had 4 children, and was divorced by 29.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yo, think about the mistakes and the emotions and the craziness that my mom went through. Just being 19 to 20 years old with 2 kids, married. You know what I mean? My dad was a whole nother story. Yo, she trying to figure out life herself.
Yeah.
And she carrying along these 2 kids. Then here come 2 more kids. Yo, my mom, man, she made a whole lot of mistakes. Just doing the best that she could.
Right.
But just trying to grow up herself.
Yeah.
But teaching 4 other kids to grow up too.
Yeah.
You're gonna make a lot of mistakes.
That's like
Here's the thing, we're just growing up, victims of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all basically
Byproduct.
you and your mom kind of grew up together.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah. And think about it, man. Like, y'all don't have kids, right?
No.
So listen, I say my daughter more so than my 2 youngest ones. My oldest daughter has seen me grow up.
Yeah.
I had my oldest daughter when I was 22.
Yeah.
She's getting ready to be 12 now. I'm 34.
Yeah.
Yo, my daughter has seen me grow up from childhood, damn near to now. So she feel like a lot of the stuff that my daughter says or the questions that she asks is because she remembers me as a young adult, as a young kid. So she don't think those questions are out of line because we grew up together.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
And I
try to embrace that. I used to be like, yo, mind your business, get out of here. But you gotta embrace
Honestly,
it.
you should be happy when your kids come and talk to you. Like,
Yeah.
Like when my daughter come and talk to me, like I'm happy. I'm like, oh shit, like she was like telling me everything that's going on in school. And I mean, blah blah blah. But
That's important though.
yeah, that's important. You gotta have that communication. With your children, because
I think to consider too, like developmentally, like when you think about like the psychology and the physiology as well, developments have moved back 2 years.
Yeah.
So now puberty starting at ages 8 to 10, where it used to be 10 to 12.
yeah,
So if you got 8 to 10-year-olds, those are the times you got to start those conversations in regards to interest in the opposite sex or whatever the case may be.
Start
How
earlier
in
now.
school, like bullying, self-esteem, confidence, body image, those types of conversations got to happen. And we know I'm going to have those conversations in the Black community anyway. But I think it's really important to have.
We don't, because that concerns mental health and feelings and emotions.
And we just
And that's just not something that Black people
exactly.
we
People say we don't go to therapy. We don't have mental health problems.
Pray it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we wanna.
beneath that rug.
I just want to say, all the parents out there, you feel me? Talk to your kids. Like I say, man, raise your kids. Don't just live with them and don't just take care of them. You gotta raise them. You know what I mean? But damn, that was a deep subject, and I'm about to go in a whole different way.
That's what we do.
Yeah, But Cassidy's coming back to battle rap, URL. Okay. How y'all? How you feel about it? I'm gonna start with Relay. How you feel about it?
Start with him.
Relay shook his head.
All right, it's all good. Cassidy coming back to the URL is going to bring a whole new experience. Oh, we got a quote unquote industry rapper in the business now, but I have a feeling he's going to have a battle rapper he has in mind. He's going to think he can beat when he battles him. and he's not gonna go against like top competitors. He's not gonna go against let's say a Tay Rock or Shotgun Suge or like JC because they're gonna smoke him. Like honestly, they're gonna smoke him.
You think it's gonna be the pay thing though? Because if they pay him all that money, they're gonna have to fucking
It's probably gonna be like
low ball the shit out of somebody.
But here's the thing though.
But
If I was with somebody, they can lowball.
But
They
look-
can lowball a rider or something.
Nah, but look, if this is where we go episode about battle rappers negotiating better. Alright, y'all get Cassidy say 40, 50 grand. Y'all pay me 5, nigga. I need a percentage off of pay-per-view sales.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck who I am.
Yeah.
That's where the negotiation comes in.
But at the same time, you're going against Cassidy. That's other eyes, so they're gonna be like,
It is. But still, nigga, if it's a URL, nigga, I don't care if this is my shit.
But listen,
You come into my shit. If I'm Ryder, you come into my shit. Ryder been on URL a lot.
But it's Biden.
But I'm saying though,
like
it's
you
my
were saying-
shit.
Like you were saying, like, you know,
Tay Rock voice.
Cassidy coming in and bringing like new eyes. I feel like at this point, not really.
You don't think so?
At this point, not really. He's already been around the battle scene. He's done so. It's like it's not really like it's a new thing. Now, if it was like if it was a rapper that was coming to URL that has not touched yet, that's different. But
he ain't battling on URL though.
No, I'm saying, but he's been in and out of the scene.
Yeah,
you know, he's been on the scene quite a few times. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, I feel like it's not anything really special. I don't really think anything about him coming back.
Yeah,
I
at
don't
this point,
think
like
it's
Cassidy's my guy. Like, I fuck with I fuck with Cassidy heavy. Like bar wise, he's probably the best punchliner ever. But him coming back to battle rap, it's like, bro, like you should have been did that shit.
Yeah.
Like you coming, niggas was trying to battle you 5 years ago. I'm talking about. I want to see you against Disaster. I want to see you against a Tay Rock, a Sue Surf, a Goods, a Shotgun Suge, a Av. You feel me? Somebody aggressive that's gonna be on your ass, like, and they urban. You feel me? Like relatable. I don't want to see Disaster versus you. I want to see you battle with a feral nigga that's gonna come with that shit. I don't want to see that bullshit.
Real rap. At this point, Geechee will get it.
Oh yeah. Geechee's nice.
And
I'm not gonna throw the towel in on him. I'm not gonna throw the towel on Cass at all though, because it's pen. He got a pen.
He got a pin,
But
a
it's
battle rap pin.
like
A
battle rap now.
pin is different.
That's why I was saying like battling back in the day and the battle now is like totally different. Like, you know what I mean?
Well,
I can talk because I used to battle rap and niggas had about 10, 15 writtens. Nigga, we walk around the corner, oh that nigga hot, or I'm about to battle him. And niggas got about 10, 15 battle raps and they just doing that. But now niggas is Googling, researching, you know what I mean? They know your mom, how old your daughter is, they know what your girl look like, niggas bringing out props, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, it's way different now. That's why when you look at like Reed Dollars, for example, you know what I mean? He did his thing, but it was kind of hard for him to transition into that new era. You know what I mean? If you think about like his battles. Like, who did he battle when he first came back? I'm not sure who he battled when he first came back. John. He did decent, but you felt like, oh, that's just the same old Reed. Like, you know what I mean? But you know, niggas coming with that personal shit.
Yeah.
Like, niggas really, like, you know, like, back in the day, you didn't have 3 months in advance to battle.
Yeah, you had right here,
right now. Like, yo, you hot?
might have a week.
Bruh,
You might have a week.
They getting your ancestry.
That's what I'm saying. They going through your Facebook page. They going through all your shit. Like back in the day, like nigga, oh this nigga from that block hot. Oh alright, well, you want to battle my man? Alright, I'm about to go over there and tell him. Ask me what. You know what I mean? Just like that. You know what I mean? But if he do come back, I want to see him battle somebody feral, man. Like I said,
Now, I haven't heard
Av.
Cassidy rap in a long time. I just don't pay attention to the guy anymore. I really don't.
Yeah.
So I don't think I think it's gonna be very uninteresting if he comes back sounding like he's still stuck in the 90s. I feel like it's gonna be dry and very uninteresting.
Yeah.
If he didn't develop, and if he
I
didn't
don't think he has.
grow any,
Yeah.
like at all, like if he sounds
It's gonna be bad.
it's gonna be terrible.
He's gonna
It's
get
gonna get
washed.
trash. Yeah.
Yeah. That's my nigga.
I feel like that's what happened really to Joe Biden. I feel like if he would have came and he would have like worked on his craft and developed himself a little more, he could have had a better chance. but because he was coming as Joe Budden.
Yeah, but Cassidy come from the battle background though. Like we seen he battled Freeway, he battled Mad.
What year were these things though?
That's what I'm saying. It was old.
You know what I'm saying?
It was old as shit. It was old as shit. But we never seen Buttons like Button. I never considered Buttons as a battle rapper.
Right.
Like Cassidy was like a real. That's what he did before he got signed. He battled. Like
what I'm saying is Cassidy in his battles, the ones that I have seen, he had the same cadence, the same flow, the same
like approach,
whatever else he did. But like now you got people switching up flows and rounds. They got different. They come from different angles and rounds. They're speaking differently.
That's what I said. It's way different now.
Like I don't know if he's gonna be able to handle all of that.
You can't take a mixtape verse and then fucking
you
come back.
Back then, dudes was really battle rapping.
Yeah.
Like my bars are better than your bars.
That's what I'm saying. Like
now,
you got all
I'm battling you personally.
That's what I'm saying.
This is me.
Like niggas writing shit just to bomb on a nigga.
I gotta tell you,
I can't have a cookie cutter 16 or cookie cutter round for anybody no more.
It's less about the bars now. It's more so about how much the person demolishes the other person all around.
It's like
how much personal. How much I can
want to kill you.
I get you emotional. It's over.
When niggas start bringing up, but I mean, if he does come back, I hope. I mean, he battles somebody. I mean, somebody.
He got battle top notch person.
I say Tay Rock, Suge, Goods, Av, Geechee, Sue Surf, somebody. Don't put this nigga against no don't put this nigga against a nigga ain't even got an ID like not descriptive ass nigga. But man, on to the next. I mean, shout out to you, Cash though. Best punchline ever in my opinion. I mean, the hip hop ever. But I mean, when you come back, we need to see you against some real shit. He said that. He probably gonna say Banks. You know what I mean? Nah, he ain't no Cash. We'll get to that though. But you know what I mean? Topic. You know what I mean? The music influence. How music influenced us and how music influenced the kids today. You know what I mean? So you
I thought this topic was worth talking about because as a barber in a college town, I talked to kids 12, 14, 15 years younger than me, and we always talk about the top fives of musical influences and what what kids are listening to now. And I remember growing up, all the music that I listened to or my friends listened to influenced everything that I did.
Yep.
Like, I am an entrepreneur and a business owner because of Jay-Z, because Beanie Siegel, because these guys, even though it was drug rap, they taught you, they motivated you to do something, to get up and make money of yourself, make money. It's not cool being broke. Like I specifically picked my friends from the Jay-Z line. If everybody in your clique is rich, your clique is rugged, no one will fall because everybody will be each other's crutches. And that made me think, hey yo, if I'm the only one that got money if I'm the only one of my friends that got money, I need new friends. If I can't ask none of my friends to help me with my homework, I need new friends. You know what I'm saying?
You can't change your circle, you need to change your circle.
You gotta change your circle, man. And I remember one of my boys, I ain't gonna put his name out there, but one of my boys, he wanted to sell drugs. And we all knew he wasn't built for it. And, we was at the park playing ball, hanging around, and cops is, making consistent circles. So we kind of knew what was going on. And we listening back then we listened to music while we played ball, while we hung out. So our favorite rappers back then was almost like friends to us. And Beanie's playing, and my boy takes his weed out of his pocket, puts it in a Funyun bag, and puts it in the trash. So just in case the cops come, nobody has drugs on them.
Yeah.
And almost at that moment, it was like Beans was there. Beans said, you making it easy for the cops to catch you. They hook to that stash in that trash in the bag of pretzels.
What?
And I said, yo, like, you gotta hustle better than that. That's exactly what he said. And I'm like, yo, there's a reason why. You know what I mean? Like, that helped me move better. That helped me, you know, get up and get something and do something. And that's a motivation that...
man. That's why I say, look, the influence, man. Like, one thing I agree that, like Troy Ave said, he said, when did we start praising the users? Troy Ave said that, because back then, you feel me, when we was listening to music, we wanted to get money, we wanted to get fly, drink some Henny, and smoke some weed, and some Hypnotic, maybe some Incredible Hulk.
Get some girls.
Yeah, I mean, and get some girls, you feel me, like I say, like Jadakiss is my favorite rapper. He doesn't make the best albums, you know what I mean, but he's my favorite rapper. Beans is in my top 5. Like I said, these guys, I'm not promoting like niggas to sell drugs or be in the streets, but these niggas was the tour guides for us, you feel me, to teach you how to maneuver in the streets. Yeah, I mean, Beans and Jada set it off for us. I mean, even Jay-Z, they told you what to do. Yeah, I mean, what not to do. Don't fuck with this type nigga. Don't fuck with that type nigga. Know these chicks be talking. They be fucking niggas and talking about, like, you feel me? Like, they told us how to maneuver in the street. Yeah, I mean, but these, like, now, it's like these kids, they getting influenced by, like, drug music. Yeah, I mean, and that's what they're doing. I can't be mad at them because that's what's in front of them. Like, we were influenced by that, and they're influenced by that.
Users and everything like the
I mean, it's cool to drink lean. It's cool to pop perks. It's cool to do Molly. It's cool to pass out some fucking where and wake up where God knows who.
Because that's what's in the music and that's what's being praised right now. I remember Mobb Deep, right? Mobb Deep said, no, not Mobb Deep. Oh my God. Raekwon said, as a teen, I was a fiend for cracks and weed. The combination made my eyes bleed. And I forgot what he said right after that, even though it's one of my favorite songs. It made me think, yo, one, as a teen, why are you smoking crack? 2, I don't want my eyes to be bleeding. So I'm cool. You know, I'm cool off that. See, like the music that we listened to, it had consequences. And like they set you up for this is what the drugs and money and everything it gets you. But
they also tell you the consequences.
The consequences of it. You know what I mean? You know, even Eazy-E on Dope Man was like, oh my God, something. But now the child line is where I eat.
If you want to be honest, we can 10 crack commandments explain the whole thing.
Explains the whole thing. But now we have. If you remember, right, sipping on some scissor, right? I remember 3 6 Mafia. 3 6 Mafia was 20 years ahead of their time. 3 6 Mafia would be gods right now if they came out. Because 3 6 Mafia was talking about half on the sack and some blow back in '94. They was talking about sipping on some scissor in '99, 98, 99, somewhere around in 2000. And we was all like, at least up here, up north anyway, we was like, yo, what the hell was that? Like, yo, these niggas is wildin'. Like, I'm not. But now, that's what the kids are doing. And it's the industry pushing it. They're commercializing it. Like,
they don't care.
They didn't commercialize Jay-Z nowhere near. Like, they didn't commercialize Beanie Siegel. They didn't commercialize Jay-Z the way, Jadakiss the way they commercialize now. And I don't know, and maybe that's a whole deeper subject than what we're going on right now.
Down instead of like popularizing things. Like,
that's why, like when I was watching State of the Culture and Joe Budden was like, yo, this is not the era for lyrical hip hop because our attention span is this fucking big, man. Like kids don't want to hear all that. They don't want to hear shit they gotta think about. You know how you used to hear some shit, you like, damn. Oh, what the fuck do that mean? Especially with Jay-Z ass, like when he got like nigga talk about Windows 7s and nigga, we gotta Google this shit. Like, we gotta Google. These niggas not doing that shit. They want to hear straight to the point, melody shit. They can drink they lean and fucking do their drugs too and keep it moving. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not promoting, like, all right, like I said, when we was listening, we wanted to smoke weed and drink Henny. Yeah, I mean, maybe some hypnotic. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, but nigga, but fucking like lean and pills, that should have killed you.
Yeah. I think
That messed your brain up.
I think like all the eras of music was like kind of like a life mirror for everybody. Like if you look at like the eras of like the 60s and the 70s, deep love music. Everybody was in love. Everybody was trying to be with somebody at that time. And then when you go into the to the 70s and the 80s, then that was when kind of crack started to come on the scene. And musicians started to get into that, and that became like their drug. And then you look at 80s and 90s, you transitioned into like when weed became like a heavy thing. So then when you go in the 90s and 2000s, now we got this whole lean situation. So it's like I feel like at each particular era in music, generally speaking, it's like it kind of becomes like a life mirror. Like people make it their reality. So a lot of times when people get involved in drugs, I don't even feel like it's something that they necessarily would do if they didn't hear it in music, but they kind of make that music their reality. A lot of these kids really is not even about their life. They're not even exposed to it. And so I think
that's why, let me say one thing real quick. People be trying to hide their kids from shit like this reality. You feel me? You can't hide your kids from reality. Like even though fucking like the lean and drug music, you can't like try to keep that away from because they're gonna hear it regardless. Talk to them about it. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, but go ahead.
And all right, so I just talked to my daughter about this. Right, she was in here when I was playing a Future song, and he said even now when you think about drug user music, Future is the first person I'm thinking about, right? But the drug dealing music is bad. Right. Because this dude said, scrape it out the pot when I cook it. And my daughter's scraping out the pot when I cook it. And hold on, I had to tell her, I said, oh. She said, Daddy, what are you talking about? And I said, he's talking about cooking crack. Here's the thing though, Sky. You don't cook crack out of a pot. You don't scrape crack out of a pot when you cook it. You don't put crack into just the water. I said, so he's telling me, I said, so I'm not telling you to cook crack, but what I'm telling you is, he's not telling you how to cook crack right. Listen, we all know you put crack in the jar and you put it in the pot of boiling water and it's going to do what it does. You don't even have to scrape it out of the glass jar. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, now I'm going to put this out here for record for y'all. Jihad Muhammad has never sold a drug in his life. And that does not make me, in my mind, any less of a hustler than somebody who has. What I'm saying is, the drug dealing music that I listen to has taught me that just because I've never flipped a brick of cocaine and brung it back, doesn't mean I don't know how to take that, flip a fade, and bring that back every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't get a paycheck as a barber. I need to cut your hair. I don't have 20 bricks to sell out and sell for $17.5, right? Yeah. I do have 20 customers coming today that I may have cut 1,000 times, right? And I put these 1,000 cuts out there. I don't care if I cut you 1 time or 1,000 times. Every time I put you out on the street, I need somebody to look at you and say, damn, where you get that haircut? I need to go give him $20. So guess what? I just made $100 off of a $20 haircut. You know what I'm saying? And I need you to do that for me every time. You know why? Because Jay-Z told me how to do that. You know what I mean? Jay-Z, one of my favorite, if you ever want to know how to sell drugs and sell drugs properly, you gotta listen to Jeezy, man. Jeezy know what he's talking about. Jeezy ain't gonna tell you to sell dope straight off the iPhone. Listen, man. You know what I mean? They trying to get you caught up. But that's these new niggas, these niggas how to get caught. They teaching you can
Send the book.
You throw that cocaine in a pot of boiling water if you want to. It's going to become the water. It's going to become the water. You're gonna lose everything. Word. Yeah, man. That's some real shit though. He really broke that shit down. Yeah, but the influences, I mean, it is what it is, man. Like, I hope the state of the culture get a little better, man, where the kids don't have to look up to like these drug users. You know what I mean? And just be doing lean and doing pills and thinking it's cool to be walking around looking like a fucking zombie all day. Like, nah, that shit ain't cool.
It starts with the big corporations. They have to, unfortunately, change because they're the ones with the budgets and the money and the power. So,
More of that shit.
You know, I can't even really. I try to look at all sides, but I don't even know if I can really even blame it on the freaking musicians. I can't even blame it on the artists because at the end of the day, I can put this in my music and put it out there. Like if I'm rapping about lean, if I'm rapping about,
I mean, I say do what you do. That's what you do.
Like you as an individual, but you as the individual has to actually do it.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying, when do we put that responsibility on both people and not say like, you know, it's the artist's fault for making this type of music. If this is what they're living,
It's not the artist's fault. And no, it's not the artist. I don't say it's the artist's fault.
No, I'm saying a lot of people do, you know, try to make it.
Because Wayne has one of my favorite Wayne songs is Me and My Drink, nigga.
Yeah.
And he talking about lean the whole fucking song.
Yeah.
I'm in the lab, no pad, no pen, just a styrofoam cup, about to pull 4 in. Up in the studio, just me and my drink. Like, that's one of my favorite songs and shit, but that's what he do.
So,
You know what I mean? Like,
Teach his own.
yeah, I mean, niggas want niggas' music to be honest, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to, yeah, I mean, you see certain people, you know what I mean, on the internet and all that shit, they coming out with drill music and all that stuff, and niggas know they ain't about none of that fucking life, and they capitalizing on it. You know what I mean? I really don't know how to, it's kind of like a yin and yang.
Yeah, I mean, it's still talking about drugs, it's just talking about different types of drugs.
Yeah.
I just think it's up to the individual choose like, all right, cool. Because some people can listen to that music heavy and not be affected by it to where they don't try to make it their life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I prefer
that. You know what I'm saying?
Take the female. Girls love trap music.
Perfect example.
Yeah, these girls might not. These girls like you feel me? They never sold that, but they love trap music.
For sure.
Yeah,
But I think it's even worse for girls. Like females are so influenced by music and like I don't even know if it's the music or if it's like the image of music.
Yeah.
It's like it's so influenced. It's sad. It's so sad. It's so sad.
Cardi B.
Like they chase after that image so bad. I got so many friends that went to Dell State with me and was SpongeBob's. These girls moved to Atlanta and blew up in parts and places that they wasn't when they was at Dell State. I don't know who they doctors is, but they went to Atlanta and they out here flexing like this is homegrown.
Shout out to the A.
Hey. But they're so influenced by I think it's like just the culture of music. And I mean even the way not even just females but guys too, like they start dressing like particular artists. They went down look like a certain artist. Like a lot of these young boys are starting to do drugs because their favorite artist is doing the drugs. So then I'm gonna do the drug. It's not even like I don't know if it's even the music anymore. It's just I want to be more like that person type of thing. Like I gotta identify with that person.
That's true. Yeah, man. That topic's crazy, man.
Yeah.
But shit, let's wrap this thing up. Hip hop versus rap, man. I want to say like I got this topic because like people was on Facebook and it was like hip hop is different than rap.
It is.
It is.
Yeah, I mean hip hop for me is storytelling, metaphors, punchlines, similes. You feel me? Substance.
Yeah.
Rap for me is whatever you want it to be on the beat.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean
Flowing on it.
I like substance.
Yeah.
I like something I can learn from. I like people dropping jewels. You feel me? I like the stories. I like to hear niggas' stories. Yeah, I mean that's hip hop for me.
Yeah.
Like when niggas is just like Laffy Taffy and all that shit. Like
Yeah. There's a difference.
that's rapping.
There's a
You
difference.
feel me?
There's hip hop.
Yeah.
See, this is what I think you got.
cause you be like a rapper, but I say like a spitter, like, cause you be like, yo, Wayne,
Okay.
you said like Wayne wasn't rapping for the, I consider them as spitters, like when you say like lyricists,
Yeah.
I consider them as spitters, not rappers.
Yeah.
I consider them as spitters and lyricists, not rappers. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's just me. You feel me? You know what I mean? But like, yeah.
There's definitely a difference between a hip hop artist and a rapper.
Yeah, that's what I'm
There's a
saying.
difference.
Like, what the fuck, what's this
Like
name?
to me,
The
Rhapsody is not a
the
rapper.
red hair.
Rhapsody is a hip hop artist.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it's
compared to the other women that we have in this.
You know what I mean? Like, nowadays, like Kendrick, you feel me? Hip hop artist.
He's a hip hop artist, yeah.
J. Cole,
J. Cole,
hip hop artist. You know what I mean?
what?
Yeah, Migos, rap artists.
Absolutely. Well, what we consider, because then we got to think about like trap artists who like, I don't even know what they consider because they do. I mean, I feel like they talk.
This is what I was talking about earlier. That's a whole other conversation. I was talking about that shit
Where
earlier.
would we put him at?
That's what I was talking about. It needs to be different genres.
No, like who's that? Like Gucci or Boosie?
Nah, that's why I say it should be genres. It should be genres.
The genres.
You're right.
Confusion is like.
But they giving people fucking lyricists of the year that at these award shows
Hip hop
that
is
you know what?
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
But every other Joe got an umbrella under it, like.
but you know, like when I think about hip hop, right, and I think about hip hop and rap, I think hip hop, I think culture.
Yeah.
When I think
Absolutely.
rap, I think the art of putting rhymes together. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like when I think hip hop, I think how you dress, how you know.
Okay.
To me, hip hop is more of a feeling.
Like
You know what I'm saying?
beatboxing, breakdancing, that
Yeah.
is hip hop.
Yeah.
So you base hip hop more like culture wise.
Yes, I think it's more of a culture thing.
Yeah.
Because, all right, I don't want to get to a deep conversation, but this can go deeper. We as black people, right? We have been culture creators for a long time.
Very, very long.
And we have created cultures without ever knowing our own culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Our
Right.
original culture. So we created rhythm and blues. We created soul music.
Yeah.
We created hip hop, right? And we influenced that. We are influencers, right? So we have influenced a culture of hip hop that goes outside of just us. There's white kids that love hip hop, right?
Yeah. More than their own music.
And more than their own music, right? And when I think about hip hop, I think of the soul of music and what comes out of you. When I think rap, I just think it's the art, who's good at putting rhymes together.
Yeah,
And
perfect.
some people are just better at putting rhymes together with content.
Yeah.
Some people are like Eminem the last few years, right? Eminem has been content heavy before. Eminem has just put 1,000 words of nothing together and made it sound beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I just think so. Hip
Shout out to our culture.
Hip hop and rap to me can kind of blur lines. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to me, when I think hip hop, I think culture, soul, creativity. I think rap is just the art of putting words together and making sense of something.
So would you put somebody like Jay-Z and Lil Baby in the same category because they're both rappers? Would you say that?
No. I think there should be. So to your point, there
Like I was saying, there should be categories.
Absolutely,
You know what I'm saying?
there should be
But
different.
back to our culture thing, when you say like we influence a whole bunch of people, white people, Chinese people, Spanish people. That's why I say, like you say, we influence so much, like the way we dress and all that. Because if you look at these motherfuckers' baby pictures, they wasn't wearing Nikes, they wasn't wearing Jordans.
Nah, we was.
We was.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Check this out, right?
No offense to y'all, I'm just saying.
This is how beautiful black culture is, right?
Yeah.
Yo, hip hop 40 years ago, I'm saying hip hop 25 years ago, was hated. Hated.
Yeah.
But guess what? Pop music is so hip hop influenced now
Yeah.
think about, yo, what's the girl, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift.
Her songs
so
alone.
hip hop now.
Yeah, her songs
like,
alone.
it's crazy.
But
Girl, she started off country.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And pop music isn't even hitting billboards unless it has a hip hop feature on it.
Yeah.
Like her song, Taylor Swift song, "We're Never Ever Getting Back Together." That's our shit, man. we talk about not getting back together.
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all don't be talking about that shit that we talking about.
Imagine Dragons, Lightning and Thunder or something. Yo, that's one of the dopest songs I've heard in a long time. And that is so.
But it be us that
pop that shit, man. It's
Yeah.
crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we have influenced so much stuff, man.
Sure.
Like jazz is us, right?
Absolutely.
When you think jazz, you think us, right?
Yeah.
Go to your jazz station. Just go to a jazz station on your iPod. I mean not iPod, your with iTunes or whatever.
Yeah. On your iHeartRadio.
You don't see none of us in there.
Nope.
They're all white artists doing jazz.
Yeah.
It's true. It really is true. And I think even now, like, modern day, I listen to all genres of music. I don't have like a pick. I just listen to everything. But like modern day country is definitely like R&B now. Like it's like you can still kind of get the same traditional country sound a little bit, but the message and the approach to the message and kind of even how they change like now country music has like an undertone, underbeat to it now, and it gives like that melodic like R&B feel. Like country music is not what it used to be, and it's like so like we really do influence other things like. And like you said, the conversation we definitely go deeper. But
That's what I'm
say
saying.
that for another.
Yeah. R. Kelly.
Influence.
R. Kelly. I gotta do. I want to say 2011, 2012. R. Kelly was the top country writer. R. Kelly.
Wow.
Think about when you think about
Look that up if y'all watching Google Facts.
when you think about country music. What do you think? What do you think of, like, what is
Country music is storytelling, honestly.
storytelling?
It is. It really is.
Who tells the best stories in R&B, man?
Oh,
R. Kelly,
this
man.
Yo, he had a whole playwright on the album. Like, Trapped in the Closet. All
I was about to say, Trapped in the Closet alone.
That's the whole play.
It's like
It was like 12 of them.
2011, 2012, somewhere around there. He did that. Well, no, whenever he did When a Woman Loves, so that might be earlier than that. When a Woman Loves.
Okay, yeah.
Around that time. So that might be like 2010, 2009, 2010.
Word.
But anyway, yeah, rap.
Yeah, we about to wrap this thing up. Niggas went from influences to R. Kelly. Sheesh. We gonna wrap this up, y'all. Make sure y'all follow us. Bottle Talk _podcast on Instagram. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube page, Bottle Talk 302. Man, we out of here, man.